girls. Welcome to Aux Con 2022, the final stream. My name is Zach. I'm joined by Dean, the Dream, Martin, Danik, Lee Walker, and Marco. We had a day today.
Yes, we did.
We had a day today.
Oof, marathon.
Oh boy, a marathon. I almost didn't think I was going to get to see Dean today.
I know.
To be honest.
I finally
was still dealing with wedding stuff today.
I'm like, bro, at some point you got to cut your bro off.
No,
And
that's
hang
my
out with the
boy.
homies.
We got to
I've
meet,
only known him since I was like 10 years old, guys.
I've known you since I was like 9, bro.
9, like, not even. like 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Not even. It's only been
How
like
dare you.
5.
we did get to meet the groom though. Great guy.
Beautiful.
I would sim for him as well.
Oh,
I
Marco
understand.
got to meet the bride.
I got to meet the bride as well. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's her situation though? She good to go? She down to clown?
Dude, you want to go toe-to-toe with Tatum? Dude?
He would destroy me in 1 second.
Dude, that guy's a monster.
I wouldn't dare.
The only guy, like, as big as Rayner is Tatum.
That's a Parks and
Yeah.
Recs reference,
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way. All right.
Yeah.
Just so
He's
we're
not
clearing it up.
serious. Also, GG if you're there.
Look at this.
She's
We
gonna
got-
kill me too?
We got John,
Yeah.
Philip the Fool,
we got a live.
Culinary.
Philip the Fool, not only is a surprise, not only is he in the chat,
He's in
He's
the
right
room.
here.
Live viewer.
Literally right here.
I
Yeah.
swore that he was like from New Zealand or something.
Bro,
and all of a
he
sudden
commented. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were at Stevens. I would have gone." I'm like, "Oh,
you're in town.
you're in town?" I'm like, bro, I'll text you my number, bro. Come through. People say I'm too trusting. They're probably right, but Philip the Fool is here. He is not a fool in person,
Well,
and he will be on the mic shortly.
Dude, it was so funny because Zach invited him over, and we were kind of sitting around, and they were like, "Well, what about Rayner?" And I was like, "Yeah, he should be in town or back home by now. Let me see if he wants to go eat." So Rayner's like, "Yeah, come pick me up." I was like, "Cool. Who wants to go with me?" And Marco was like, "I'll go." So I opened the door to Zach's house to go out to my truck, and there's just a guy standing there. I was like, "Oh,
It's Philip.
Philip's here."
Philip the Fool.
But like he was like I hadn't gotten a chance to knock yet, so he was just standing there.
Beautiful.
It was hilarious.
Beautiful. Now our morning started. You know what? Let's rewind. Last night, after our stream, Mark and I watched Lord of the Rings,
and we all watched Mark just continue to spiral.
bro, if you thought Mark was drunk on the stream, you were correct. But that was just a drop in the bucket of how drunk he got that night. There's a picture. We'll share these on Tuesday, by the way, with Mark's permission. He's like cuddling my dog on the couch, and we made it past the first episode of Rings of Power. You know, first 3 minutes of the second episode, you get like the recap. We made it to the recap. Mark is doing strong, bro. When that title scroll, the animation is going on, he is snoring, bro. He's in in Sleepy
He was
Town.
out, yeah.
And at that point, Mrs. Pearson, the lovely Mrs. Pearson, Steph, Danny, and Marco were going to go out to go dancing because they're like, you guys can watch Lord of the Rings, do your miniature painting, which turned out beautiful, by the way.
Because I knew your ass was not going two-stepping.
Bro,
in
I
no
can't, I
multiverse
can
were you
barely
going
one
out.
step. Are you kidding me? And you guys went out. Literally, you guys were out for 10 minutes. He was already asleep. And I'll let you guys share the two-stepping thing. But as soon as I saw that, I'm like, bro, we got to get this air mattress set up. I tucked my sweet Mark in to his bed. Victoria helped me. Got him all nice and cozy. Got him on his side. I don't know if he was at risk of alcohol poisoning at that
That's
point.
a veteran move right there.
As a pro move. And he was literally right to sleep. And you guys had a beautiful night. Now, while you guys were clubbing it up, you're sending me photos. Danny, the silver foxes at the bar, I mean, like a magnet.
Well, she was blonde,
Like a magnet.
sort of.
There was some silver in there, though.
There might have been some silver
Tell me what
under the
happened. Tell me what
dye.
happened.
So I will say it was the most odd foursome ever. It was Steph, Danny, Mark's wife, and myself. And so, we go out. Really awesome vibe, honestly. So I've never been to I think it's a honky-tonk bar, right? You got
Yeah.
a live band,
It's called Thirsty Horse.
something like that. Yeah, but
I believe it is.
yeah, really great vibe, though, honestly. I was just a fly on the wall. She was probably a saber-tooth, right? She was not a cougar. She was beyond those years.
No, I don't know if she was a saber tooth.
Well,
Definitely a cougar.
Bro, that was a mastodon, bro.
But she's definitely she She seemed like she was the.
The Village Bison.
She was
Yeah,
in
the-
the oldest Ice Age
Village-
movie.
She knew everybody because
Yeah.
she walked around and she was saying hi, hugging everybody too. I noticed.
So then she started kind of hip checking me, trying to dance up on me. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And then I said, you know who's a great dancer? And I pointed at Danny Lee. I was
How
like,
dare
this
you.
guy can dance. And Danny was reticent to get out on the dance floor this entire time. He's like, I don't know how to dance. I was like, bro, you just move your body side to side. It's
No,
not that complex.
it's not that I don't
Especially
know.
with like
Yeah.
fucking Latin music, dude. Just
Well, it was mostly country, but they had some Latinx.
yeah.
because the video Steph posted was all the Spanish music. So.
Yeah, it was an eclectic mix, but mostly
okay.
country.
Cool.
Country. Go ahead, Danny. You were saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
So anyway, so I look up and Danny is out on the dance floor with this lady and he's getting it. Danny could dance.
No,
and don't ever
actually-
doubt
Danny,
yourself
come
again.
on, bro.
No, we were all dancing together. But then I was like, I don't, I wanted to, I didn't want to dance, so I was making my way off the stage. That's when, no, because we talked to her earlier. Remember? And then so I was going off the stage, and that's when she saw me leaving, and
Hey,
she's
you're
like,
not in trouble.
she's
here.
like,
We're
no,
not-
you gotta dance, you gotta dance. I kept on telling her, I don't dance. I had no rhythm at all. I had the worst rhythm.
And you
don't-
crushed it, bro. I was
No,
proud of you.
I don't know.
I've never been proud
crushed
of you.
Don't you ever show that video?
Now let me
Oh
say.
my god, there's a video.
Don't you ever show that
If you
video.
ever read your text messages, you
we
would see it.
We Jesus
Well, if
Christ.
someone puts a big enough super
Oh,
chat, then we
sorry,
might post it.
Wow.
If we get a $50 super chat, the video of Danny dancing
you
will be
go.
on the air.
And it's not my finest hour.
We'll be on the Facebook rather because I have no keyboard in front of me. Now there's something that happened. So Victoria and I were like, we're gonna stay up because they could be home at 2, they could be home at 4. We have no expectations of what you guys are out two-stepping, having a grand old time, a little bit of a romp, and I look over and Victoria's just crashed out. So I'm like, fuck, I'm a one-man team now. I'm on solo watch. I'm like, I gotta stay up. Start watching documentaries on the Alamo. Realize we missed half the shit that you're supposed to be seeing there, and it's the hours are tick-tocking by, and you guys actually weren't too late, to be honest, but there's a thing that I wanted to read here about how the Navy SEALs choose who's going to be the guy on their team, right? Because there's all the SEAL teams or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is this going? I gotta know.
It's all about performance. This is a graph, right? Performance versus trustworthiness, and you have, some people are very high performers, but they're not trustworthy, or very
Wow.
trustworthy, but they're not high performers, right? I may trust you with my life, but do I trust you with my money and my wife? These two gentlemen here, Marco and Danny. I mean, Mark trusted you with his wife, really. I mean, because
I wouldn't have, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But he's just a stand-up guy.
Obviously, I was looking at the silver foxes, paying attention.
And I will take that one step further. I would trust any of you with my wife as well. In fact, Mark was watching my kid a lot of, the evening when we were hanging out, and we'll get to that here in a
Oh
bit.
gosh.
Boy, it was an emotional time. When you guys got home, Danny, sweet guy, walked Katrina to the door, made sure that I was awake to open the door. See you later. You don't see that every day. What a
true
fucking guy. A
gentleman.
true
Thank
gentleman. And of course, obviously, Steph and Mark were there too, but what a guy. What a fucking guy.
Dude, Mark's the homie. Mark's a good guy. I wanted to make sure his wife
Precious
got home
cargo.
back to him
And
safely.
And Katrina, sweet angel, there was quite a few young bucks that were
Some big old cowboys
Like
that
to
I
dance.
wouldn't have even been able
No,
to say
thank
no
you.
to. Yeah, just no thank you, I'm married. And one guy actually said, I didn't ask if you were married, I just asked if you
Yeah.
wanted to dance. It was a great answer, but she shut him down.
Yeah, and Mark and Katrina did make it home tonight. So, the next morning we all got up really early. We met at the original donut shop. Was the suggestion of Manny.
So good.
Oh boy, that shit was bussin'. That shit was absolutely bussin'. Katrina says, "Mark's putting words in my mouth, Danny. You are a great dancer."
Thank you,
We got
Katrina.
lots of people in chat. I'm sorry, I'm trying to address these comments, but I'm
But we all know
5
I'm
feet
not.
away from this screen, and I'm trying to read y'all's comments on this tiny.
Yeah, and I don't
little-
want to interrupt you.
No, please feel free to interrupt if there's anything we need to feature here. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh no, it's
Oh, okay. So we got up early, went to the original donut shop. Beautiful place. I'm fairly certain Tamora Morrison was there at the taco place. And
bro. There's a lot of Tamora Morrison lookalikes in San
Yeah.
Antonio.
and it was a great. Did you break the mouse?
I don't think it's working.
Couldn't make any more
Why
noise.
is broken? Sorry, technical
How
difficulty.
did this happen?
Technical difficulty.
Wow.
Jeez, you broke them. I don't even know how we're gonna do this stream now.
You're not gonna be able to end it.
Oh
God,
shit!
Danny. You know that's happened to me before on a stream. It was so awkward. I just unplugged the camera. I didn't know what to do. I think you broke the
How
camera.
did,
How did I
but
break it? I just picked it up.
You slammed
You
it down
slammed it
pretty
down.
hard.
Someone clipped that. Danny
That's
did.
how.
Wow, Danny.
Jesus.
That's how I slammed on the dance floor too.
Yeah,
Whoa,
it's like,
yeah,
Jesus,
actually.
Danny.
it's like blinking, like it's not getting enough.
Fucking, it's like
There
it's
it
Done.
goes.
There it is. All right, here it is.
Back in
Here it
business, baby.
is.
Now we're cooking.
Let's
fire.
go.
All right.
Anyways, Mark and Katrina, they had to be at the airport. Oh my god, I'm dealing with Danny breaking my thing.
Sorry.
I got Apple ID and password.
Yikes.
Fuck me.
So you
Take over
took
the story for
okay.
us.
First of all, original donut shop. If you're in San Antonio, you have to go. One side is donuts. The other side are breakfast tacos. They've got menudo. They've got maybe breakfast burritos. Anyways, what a weird combo. Manny was like, "Okay, you guys got to go."
Yeah.
You know,
Corey
I was-
said the same thing.
okay. So
when
we-
I was, because he was in the, he was also a groomsman. I was like, yeah, I got a bunch of friends in town, and so when the wedding's over, I could finally see some of them that like Danny who got in after I was already too busy, and he was like, oh, dude, are you gonna take him to the original donut shop? I was like, I don't know, man, it's such a hassle. The parking's not great. The last time I had gone, which was only a couple of years ago, they still were only dealing in cash.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that's changed. But yeah, even Corey was like, you got to take him there.
Bro, killer. So the donuts were good, and Danny may have more to say about the donuts. The breakfast tacos, though, the barbacoa, the like the egg, bacon, and cheese. There's,
Did Mark go with you guys?
Yeah.
Or
He
was
did,
already-
yeah.
Did he have barbacoa?
I don't think he did.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
'cause
honest.
I took him to a place Friday morning, and they were like, "Oh, we only have it on the weekends." I was like, "Fuck."
Okay.
I
So I,
really
I
wanted
hope
to
he
try
did.
He did have barbacoa,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, he did.
Okay, good.
The barbacoa was like next level.
I
But
think
the-
he had the toasted cheese and beans.
There you
for
go.
Sure, because that's what Manny was pushing.
Oh, bean and cheese is a fucking staple. here,
Toasted.
It's like a quesadilla bean and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he pushed that one. big
next
time.
level. So yeah. So anyways, it was terrific. Highly recommend it. Danny, what do you think of the donuts?
I thought the donuts were pretty good. The whole meal, that up to what we had tonight, I thought it was the best meal I've had so far on this trip was the tacos and the donut. The donut was nice and fluffy, even though it probably was a couple hours on the racks, but still light and fluffy.
And I'm going to be honest, I woke up not hungry. I don't think I've been hungry at all today. It
been
has
eating a
not
lot.
stopped me from eating.
Bro, I'm a big boy. I can put it back. Obviously, I got.
Dude,
Danny.
I'm obviously bigger than Marco, and he's been eating way more than I have.
Bro, I don't think I need to eat for like the rest of the week.
Dude, we had
To be completely honest.
not only that, but we had lunch, a late lunch, and then we're like, well, we want barbecue, but they all closed like at 5 or 6, and I was like, well, this one closes at 8:30, so we could wait as late as possible before they close and they go eat. But we honestly didn't. I think we ate at like 3 p.m. So it was only like 3.5, 4 hours between lunch and dinner, and like I didn't finish my barbecue, which is saying a lot because I finished my fucking
Oh
meals. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
yeah. I was sad not to finish that barbecue.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Marco.
Okay.
As a Latinx.
Wow.
a
Okay, we're gonna
Latin, bro.
we're gonna get racial. Go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we're gonna get racial.
How dare you?
So he's from California, Northern California. How are Tex-Mex tacos different from over there?
I can't say that what I tried was like true Tex-Mex
Okay.
per se because I really didn't have the frijoles or arroz, but the barbacoa was like just as good as anything that I've ever had
Okay,
anywhere
good,
else.
good,
So yeah, it was killer. Honestly, y'all know how to eat over here. Like
Yeah,
no doubt
definitely.
about
Okay,
it.
because I was really disappointed yesterday. So I spent literally the last 3 days just getting ready for this wedding. So it was just like pick someone at the airport, then I gotta go. Pick someone at the airport, then I gotta go. And how dare you?
Banging on the.
I was like, oh, sweetie, wants to hold my hand.
I've done that to Gigi before, and she promised to quit midstream because I was telling her stop banging on the table.
And
You had no time.
Saturday was literally go. So I was a groomsman, so I had to be at the groom's room by 10 a.m. Then it was like bus by 1, wedding by 2, photos until like 6. And then, because the wedding's like an hour and a half. Then photos and then reception. Then, the whole shebang. So I didn't get home until like 1:30 or 2. So I was like, okay, I finally got some time myself. I'm going to watch the stream you guys did. And you still chose In-N-Out over Whataburger. And I was like, oh my God.
Dean, it's just
I did too.
it's just better, Dean.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
you did too.
No, okay. I was just talking to Philip the Fool. We were in the car. From the consensus seems to be geographic and just pride in where you're from. So it's always going to be California people are going to love In-N-Out and Texas people are going to love Whataburger, no matter what.
I mean, you're not totally wrong, but if some place is just better, it's just better.
So, I don't know.
But, okay, let me ask you this. Have you had In-N-Out here?
No.
Because I've heard that In-N-Out here is not as good as in California.
Okay.
I've heard that too.
In-N-Out is just so consistent normally. I think I've had one bad experience at In-N-Out, and I've eaten it hundreds of times.
I've never had
and
a bad
it's just
experience.
so affordable as well. It's like really the only fast food we
said it
go
was
to.
expensive. Was this you?
No, I never. It's
Or was
cheap.
it Mark said it was expensive?
It was Mark, I think.
Yeah,
Someone said it was expensive. I was like, dude, they're doubles like $3.50.
Yeah,
It's so-
it's
Now,
cheap for what you get.
To be fair, it's like this big. I mean, it's tall, but it's real small.
That's
so
when you get
I
like
always
a-
get like 2.
I get a 4x2. You get 4 patties and 2 cheeses.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah.
That's intense. All right. All right, enough with the burger talk.
Yeah, let me.
I can already see Zach being like, enough with that.
I'm like,
Here's Zach's
dealing with it.
transition. Wow. Anyways,
thank you. That's I need a T-shirt.
Nice one.
Wow.
that's
And
right.
Apparently, I do that a lot when I need to move the subject along, which
It's a pro move.
Wow,
Oh, there you go.
Badfish says Danny's hard to please. I trust his review over Dean's.
Thank you, but
I
still
just
trust-
offended you in the chat, Badfish. How dare you?
Badfish really being a bad fish tonight.
Badfish was praising me because I went to my friend's wedding, and I was like, I would have been there for you, buddy. And then he does this to me.
Now let
Badfish.
me say this.
He'll betray
Wow.
you.
Anyways,
He called it whatever burger.
we took Mark and Katrina to the airport. We have a very efficient airport. I would say that being an adult that's only been to one airport. You could park and get your friends out. It was almost like a drive-through. Oh boy. We've met a lot of people. People leave, but there's not a lot of finality to it, right? Like when Eddie left, he was driving. Like I didn't get to see him before he left.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, it was like we're dropping them off at the airport. Like we're saying our goodbyes. I got emotional when Eddie left, but this was a bit different. But also, like, since Mark stayed at our house and Katrina, we kind of really got to do a lot of bonding, a lot of talking, a lot of time together. We got to paint and make some beautiful things. And my dog's just infatuated with this family. And what are you giggling about on this emotional
Gigi,
story?
sorry, we're arguing in the chat.
Oh,
Jesus
boy.
Christ. I haven't cried in like probably 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, because we're men. We don't do that.
Bro, that explains a lot. You needed a good cry.
Bro. Fuck, when I gave Mark and Katrina a hug at the thing, bro. Oh boy. That was hard. That was like honestly really hard. And I get in the car and Vivi is bawling, bro.
Dude, I can see you tearing up kind of right now.
I am, bro. It was like tough. And to see Vivi cry, like you never want to see your kids cry, made me cry even more. And bro, oh my god, that was terrible. But obviously, like they got to go back to their kids. They got to go back to their lives. Oh boy, that was tough. That sucked. But we're gonna see them again.
Mark. Wait,
Oh,
I
boy.
gotta say something to Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark, but there's a new number 1 in Vivi's heart, and that's this guy.
It's true. The moment you left,
We heard it today. She said it straight up to us.
she told you a secret as well, Danny.
Yeah, she
Wow.
told me a secret.
And, well, Danny was talking about... Never mind.
Wow, how dare you?
She gave him a thumbs up. It was so fucking funny.
That was amazing.
Oh, boy.
My kid literally like big tears, bro. It
Dude, you
hurt.
posted pictures literally streaming down her face.
Bro.
I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Because Mark and Katrina are so sweet. Honestly.
That was it was tough. I'm probably gonna cry tonight too.
Can we talk about making real friendships with
Yeah,
people that
please,
you stream with?
please.
It's like pretty bizarre that I never thought, kind of coming into this world, that I'd actually make true friendships. And here I
Exactly.
am with people that I really like and respect, and Danny. So
Whoa.
Danny is the biggest sweetheart ever. But no, it's like crazy. Like you become close with people, and you kind of pick up where you left off online, and it's like really beautiful to see. And you cry when you drop them off. Like that's real. That's real love
he's
right
not
there.
gonna shed a tear for you or Dave.
Oh, he's gonna be like, thank God they're gone.
I'm done need to eat 5 meals anymore.
Yes.
My poor heart, bro. No wonder I'm getting dizzy. It's oh boy. Tell us what you said, Zach. What story? Tell me.
Yeah, what story?
It's about Vivi.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she asked you, not me.
Yeah, remind us of what story. I may have trailed into multiple thoughts there. Let us know the story you want finished, and I will do that.
She said, tell us what she said, Zach.
Do you want me to do the
Oh, the
math?
secret?
Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't told the secret.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
If you
it's-
guys made
why-
Oh,
It's a
she
secret.
told me the secret.
What's the secret? Well, it's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. I can't say it, and I may have forgotten it. Sorry, Vivi.
Anyways, bro, it was touching, and real friendships have been forged.
So Gigi wants to know what Vivi said when Mark left. Did she say anything, or she just cried?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Where's this comment at? Oh. So first she was silent and then crying, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she said yes. And then I see like these big ass tears falling down her eyes. I'm like, "Well, what's wrong?" And she's like, "I'm gonna miss them." And I'm like, "Well, I know, but they have their own kids, and they have their cat they got to go back to, and they they got 2 planes they have to catch to get home, and they have a long drive." And then I was like, "Well, would it make you happier if maybe we call them tomorrow or FaceTime them?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Well, do you want to write them a letter? Because, you love writing people letters and making them drawings." And she's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Well, what if we get them something for their kids? Because they had brought a gift for Vivi, right?" And then she was like, "Yeah." So, I mean, I think she's okay, but her whole life we've never had someone stay with us like that.
Yeah.
And so for her, it was kind of a different thing to like she was even asking like, "Can I sleep with Mark and Katrina tonight?" And I'm like, "No, this is what happened." Like this, like, I could see how like kids with Michael
I
Jackson.
knew you were gonna say that.
As soon as I said that, his face. We talked
The
about it earlier.
moment you went there.
But I was like, "Baby, that's not appropriate for like, And it's like, plus, they want to, they're, it's just different." But she was like, "Can I go hang out with them in the morning and like jump on them, while they're sleeping?" And they're like, "No, like you don't want to jump
So
on people while they're sleeping."
Adorable.
But
Yeah.
because she saw the dogs do it. She's like, "I'm gonna go, play with them," and the total innocence. And after that, we came home and we had to kind of put the air mattress, get it to a state that it could be put up, kind of start washing the linens, and because we've made like 2 or 3 meals here for everybody, we had to start doing the dishes and all that. And grabbed a quick power nap, and then one of the things you wanted. So the big thing we try to make. Everyone has things they want to do. We have to try to maximize what we can do. Which, by the way, I think the itinerary worked fantastically.
One last thing I
Got a
want
lot
to
of
say
shit for
about Vivi, like having people over. When Danny and I were helping you put away the air mattress, she's like, "Are you guys spending the night?" She
I
was
know.
like so excited about it. It's like really cool that she like wanted to run it back, and we had to
Yeah.
let her down easy. But so you're saying the itinerary,
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. I mean,
Yeah.
we stuck to it fairly good. A little bit of audibles here and there, but the thing that you wanted to do, like I said, Danny wanted to see the Alamo. Really wanted to see the Alamo. Mark wanted to do some paintings, some Lord of the Rings stuff. You really wanted to watch football with us. We went to Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Had a beautiful lunch.
Wow, beautiful.
Dean finally showed up after many errands.
Yeah, I was still doing wedding stuff today. At the end of the reception, it's like midnight. My buddy, the groomsman, was like, "Dude, I need your help." And I was like, "Whatever it is, I got you. This is your day. You shouldn't even be dealing with this stuff." And he was like, "I rented all these tables." Sorry.
It's okay.
I rented all these tables, and someone needs to take them out of this venue because they got other stuff going on tomorrow. And he had built this custom wall with it's like a flower wall with their names on it, so people could take pictures. And he was like, I need these tables and this wall taken, and all the leftover liquor. And I was like, I got you. I got my truck here. I was the only person who drove from the actual wedding to the reception. Everybody else took a shuttle bus. But I was like, well, I'm just going to go home after, so I don't need to take the bus. So I left my car there early in the morning. And so I had to deal with all that stuff and then turning in my tuxedo.
And they're fuckers. You got to turn it in by like a certain time, bro.
Yeah, you got to turn it in within like a certain amount of hours after the
like
wedding.
this motherfucker's going to run off with this suit.
Yeah. And,
you got your credit card on file.
Yeah.
Bro, 11 o'clock, bro.
Yeah, and so I had to unload all the liquor at his house and then the wall. Then we went to turn in the tuxedo. Then we went to turn in the tables, and the tables place was closed. So I was like, oh my God, dude. So after we realized we weren't getting rid of the tables, we put them back at his house, and then we met up with y'all at Twin Peaks. Because we were hungry. It was already, almost 3. And then we decided to go pick up Rainer. Me and Marco go. I show Marco like my old high school in Alamo Heights. It's very cool.
I have to say, Rainer's collection is elite. I've never seen.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah. His lightsaber wall.
He'll be joining us pretty soon.
He'll be swapping out real soon.
And on the way back from picking up Rainer, I was like, dude, I still have all the tablecloths in my back seat. So I was still doing wedding stuff right before we went to go have dinner.
I was certain we were not going to see you anymore. I was like, Dean's done. It's
different when you're in the wedding party. Like you have a certain amount of responsibilities, as a groomsman or a bridesmaid, because that's their day.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be dealing with that stuff.
You're there to assist.
Yeah. So like for the months leading up to it, like you're always doing stuff. Like,
they're stressed out.
Helping out other groomsmen, making sure the rings are where they're supposed to be. And, every little thing starts adding up. And it's like, okay, the wedding's over. I'm free. And then it's like, bro, I still need your help. And I was like, you got it. So, yeah, it was a very stressful weekend. And I was really sad I couldn't join you guys. But I had so much fun watching that stream at the end of the day and laughing because Mark is a fucking riot, dude.
Mark's
Not
amazing.
only is he just funny, but then when he was like wasted, oh my God, he just cranked it to 11.
And just exactly himself. How he is on the stream is just how Mark is in real life.
Oh,
too.
yeah, he literally does not put on a show. That's just him.
Really quickly, though, 45 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Jumbo, if you want to see Philip the Fool, swap in for Danny, too. So,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Come in here. Let's see who we got in the chat. Badfish, of course. Darth Rashid.
Cash. We got Cash. Jumbo, baby.
Yeah. Marco 16 Fix. Doc Smizzle.
Equan.
Yeah. Thor Gaming. Chris V. Of course, the beautiful Gigi. Cram. What's up, Cram?
the generous, yeah.
Cash the Gemini. What's up, Cash? I hope you're still in here. I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't done a club in a minute, so I don't get to see those guys. Yeah. Paul Schreiber. What an angel.
Wish you were here, Paul.
Can you tell the story of what happened to Paul? Because I felt terrible.
Yeah, so I think Paul, his flight was basically canceled or delayed from...
I think they kind of just gave up on it. They're like, this is too much. Like, we just want to go home.
Okay, so they ended up, going back home, which was so unfortunate.
So he was supposed to be here at 11 a.m. on Saturday, and the flight was delayed, and they were like, well, we'll try and get you another flight. And it ended up taking so long, they're like, well, you're just going to have to stay here, and your flight will be tomorrow. And I think he's got to be at work on Monday, so he was like, there's no point in me coming down for a couple hours because I'll just have to go back to the airport. So he ended up just having to go back home, which sucks, dude, because he made it all the way to Dallas.
Just to be here.
And if they had just told him, like, you're not going to get a flight, he could have gotten a car.
Yeah.
And driven down here, been here by, like, what, noon?
They just kept him on the hook the whole time.
Yeah, they just kept him on the fucking hook. So I told him I hope they're going to make it right and compensate him in some way. But we'll find him something, too. We're going to make it up to him.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
Oh, my sister's in the chat.
Hey, Deanie.
There you go.
Should we finish up with some talk about the last meal that we've had? Probably the last meal for the trip.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get breakfast.
Yeah, we're gonna get
you're not gonna.
Oh yeah, I will not have time
We're
or
gonna
space.
hang out though. I'll take you to the airport.
Yeah, if you don't mind, but
I'm
that's
gonna be awake, dude.
it's gonna be like 4:45 in the morning. But
Dude,
yeah,
I'll be
Okay.
on the Elden
Wow.
Ring anyway.
you're a real one for that.
That's
So what?
A
how
true
did this-
champion,
How did
Dean
this
is.
suggestion come about?
What suggestion?
For
The
Rudy's.
other meal, Rudy's.
Oh yeah, we were with Tatum at Twin Peaks, and I've been wanting to take them to Cooper's, but I was like, dude, we're not gonna have enough time. Like, if I had been done with the table stuff like before noon, we could have driven out there and had lunch there. But I was still busy, so we ended up going to Twin Peaks. So Marco asked, like, well, what other barbecues around here? I was like,
Because Danny has been unsatisfied this whole trip.
Yeah.
He was upset by my choice yesterday, and rightfully so. Now that we've tried a really elite spot. To be
yeah.
honest.
So I asked Tatum because he's, me and him have eaten everywhere around San Antonio, and we've gotten kicked out of buffets. Like, you name it. We've
Wow.
been through some stuff.
Kicked out of a buffet.
Literally, there used to be a Chinese restaurant in our neighborhood, and it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. What? And he ended up eating all their shrimp.
Jesus.
whoa.
Yeah, because we were football players, so we ate a ton anyway. And he was defensive lineman, I was offensive lineman, and then we had all our other lineman buddies with us. So there's probably like 6 or 7 of us
It's a lot
at
of
this
beef.
table. It's a lot of eating going on. But he ate all their shrimp, and they were like, "We're gonna have to ask you guys to go." It was so funny, and like we just thought it was so hilarious. We weren't even like offended or even embarrassed. We probably should have been both, but it was just so funny. We still laugh about it today. Like, oh, you're gonna get kicked out of another buffet. But anyway, so I was like, Tatum, what's a good barbecue spot? Because I wanted to take them to Cooper's, but he's like, dude, just take them to Rudy's. I was like, damn, I didn't even think of Rudy's because it's such like it's like a constant. Like, Rudy's has just always been around.
Actually, Manny suggested it too to me. I
Oh,
just
did
forgot
he?
to bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, I never really think to go there because, like, I know it's solid, but, either, especially where I live, they're not particularly close. And there's some spots that are just good enough that I just go there. And he was like, dude, the original one is right up I-10. Just go over there. I was like, damn, that's a good idea. So I was like, hey, this place, Rudy's, closed at 8:30. It's just up the highway from where Zach lives. So we'll get there in a flash. And so that's how we ended up at Rudy's, and it did not disappoint. It was pretty good. My brisket, at least the cut I got, and of course it's the end of the night, so they don't have the best cuts left. In fact, I got the last of the baby back ribs.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and I gave some
Right,
to Marco. And my brisket was like kind of dry, which brisket should not be dry, but it was still so good. I was like, I don't even care.
It was really freaking good.
It is amazing.
And I have to read out this disclaimer that was on the sign. It says 2,000 calories a day is used for general nutrition advice, but calorie needs vary. Additional nutritional information available upon request. Holy cow, we probably smashed 2,000 calories while we were there.
My mom's also in the chat, and she said barbecue station. I did think about barbecue station, but I kind of wanted to like go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Barbecue station is like a little hole in the wall, but it's also very solid.
Did you say your mom is in the chat?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kensington.
awesome.
Hello.
Hey.
That's Marco, Danny, sweet Danny Lee.
Sweet.
So Danny,
To some.
what was the verdict on the barbecue?
Yeah, what was this barbecue?
I thought it was great. Maybe not the best I've had, but it
Oh
was
my god.
I would have
amazing.
made it better.
Well, I've been
Don't
dying.
say it.
I've been,
Don't say it.
okay, I've been dying to try the beef rib.
See, that's the thing, because Cooper's, and I took Rainer, and he'll, okay. Oh, yeah, we got a fucking $10 super chat from Cram. Dino Mai!
Wow. The
Oh,
generous
yeah.
By the
crowd.
way, I need you to send
Thanks,
me
Cram.
an email on Zach at collectingweekly.com, ZACK.
Yeah,
Please.
so Rainer's lived here. How long have you been here?
Going on 6-7
7 years now?
Yeah, 6-7 years, and like I don't know, like a year ago, I was like, bro, have you ever been to Cooper's? And he was like, no, and I was like, I'm fucking taking you to Cooper's, because I wanted beef ribs, and their beef ribs are very expensive.
It's like the short rib, beef short rib.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That was the day I invited you to go run that errand with me, and I
Oh.
bought you lunch that day.
yeah. And which is perfect because their beef ribs are like $45.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you sure you want to buy me lunch?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, they're like the only place that has beef rib that I could think of off the top of my head, because not even Rudy's has beef rib. And it's just like the bone, and then just like 4 or 5 inches of meat.
Yeah, they're
They're
like
huge.
it's like a dinosaur bone.
Yeah,
kind
and
of.
it's like that's really all you need, and like a side and a drink, because
Like 2 to 3 inches too much, actually.
Wow.
yeah, honestly, like I think you'd be satisfied with 1 inch of rib. Yeah.
I mean, I think that would actually fill up a lot of people.
Yeah, I think-
I mean, you know,
They'd probably have a lot to take home. Yeah, I
I mean, you might have leftovers. At
they'd
that
be
point.
more satisfied with the inch. Yeah. So, and it was so good that he ended up taking his dad back there, and it changed their lives because they're not originally from Texas. Well, you lived in El Paso.
Yeah, but we only lived there a few years, and
Yeah.
that was when I was like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they lived in D.C. and they don't really eat real food out there.
Wow.
So I was
All
like-
chains up there, all chains.
all chains. So I was like,
Wow.
I'm taking you to get some real Texas barbecue. And so I've been talking to them about it, and I've been wanting to take them, but we just didn't have the time
Yeah.
because I was so busy. And it's not close. It's about an hour away. So
It all worked out at the end.
Wow.
yeah, we got
it's
some
really-
solid barbecue. But you guys ate barbecue 3 times?
Bro.
This is my second, but it's definitely the
yeah,
best meal
number
of the
3.
trip. Was
How are you going to
tonight.
come to Texas and not try a bunch of
And
different
I
barbecue?
made barbecue too. So
Yeah,
it's like
4
we
times.
literally have had barbecue like
Yep.
every day. I'll tell you what, let's turn this camera off for 2 seconds. If this,
I do want to say a
Nice
comment
mouse.
from Gigi, though.
Yeah, go
saying
ahead.
Dean's an angel for taking me to the airport that early. She's contemplating whether she even wants to pick me up in the middle of the day. How
Wow.
dare she?
How dare you, Gigi?
No, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't let him. Because he's like, oh, my flight's at 6. I was like, bro, I don't even know if Ubers are running that early. 4:30 in the morning, because he's got to get there early. I was like, I don't know if Ubers are going to be. I was like, I'll just take you. It's not that big a deal.
yeah.
And then I'll have to be up to go have breakfast with Danny
Wow.
anyway.
Anyways,
Anyways,
How dare you?
let's do a good old fashioned switcheroo. We're gonna do this for a second.
I'm going to
and
try not to
we'll-
make too much noise here.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, we'll see if we can just bring you guys back for an encore just at the very end. But watch the cord, Danny. Jesus Christ.
I'll get one during House of Dragon. Okay, sounds good.
Rainer, you put a scratch on my forearm, put a scratch in your ass, bro.
Okay, yeah, good luck with that.
Cram said, my bad, Zach, I'm traveling.
There you go.
About the
No, it's okay, Cram. I wanted to. You've been very generous with the super chat, so we were gonna send you one of our Polaroids from Aux Con. Welcome. We've done the old switcheroo. Rainer, introduce yourself if you don't mind.
For those who don't know me, I'm Rainer, and I just want to start off by thanking Marco for his lovely comment on my collection. He came with Dean to pick me up, and he had to we go inside real quick, and I showed him the collection room real quick, and he was just starstruck.
Yeah,
There you go.
Marco's very what's the word?
Polite.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't want to like, overstep my bounds. Do you think it'd be rude if I asked to go in? I was like, no, Rainer's super cool. He's like, I don't know, man. So we pulled up. I rolled down the window. I was like, hey, Rainer, Marco wants to go inside. Yeah,
like, dude, I don't
was
care.
like, Marco's too nice to ask. I'm just gonna do it because Rainer's also too nice to say no.
Wow. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Now that you've pointed that out, I'm not
Bad person.
I'm not gonna not do that. now. All right, so Philip the Fool, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Philip the Fool on Instagram, YouTube. This is my stream debut, actually, and I'm pretty nervous to be here.
Tell us about it. So you've listened to us for about a year, found us through Steven's Collectibles. We put some business cards at the shop.
Right.
You messaged me yesterday. You're in our house today. You were in my car today. We were breaking bread together. And you're meeting Marco, who is a person you've messaged with.
Right.
You're checking out the collection room. You're sitting in the seat, my guy. in the Oxfather's chair. Tell me about all that, 'cause that's fucking crazy.
Crazy series of events. Stevens is actually the one who told me about y'all, so that's how I started watching. I saw that y'all were at the store the other day, so just decided I'd message you, see what's going on. You were cool enough to invite me by. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, baby.
And just here having a good time.
Man has earned his wings today. Got the Aux Con exclusive. I have one for you as well, Rainer. But the Ox, you obviously won't be able to see it now, but the Ox Air wings, baby.
I wanted to mention
Nice.
really quick how he got his name, Philip the Fool, and it's kind of why we're all sitting in this room.
Well, allow him to mention.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, let him tell the story. Bro.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
gonna
a
let him
fool.
tell the story, but
Well, you
I
are.
was prefacing it with that.
Okay, there you go.
I've been a collector pretty much ever since I was born, really. When I was real young, my mom always bought me comic books, and that's how I got my start. And what was the question again?
How you
How
got
you
your
got
name?
your username?
You told us at the restaurant. If you forgot it, I can tell.
He's nervous, bro.
So I've been in and out of the collecting game. When I was telling people that I was wanting to collect hot toys, I was getting a lot of negative feedback from it. Actually, had my mom, who she's doesn't really support my collecting. She kind of thinks it's a waste of my time, waste of money.
We always do.
She told me that I was being foolish, getting into this, hot toys. So
Yeah.
I kind of say if I'm gonna be foolish, then I'm gonna go full on in, you know. And
I'm lucky that my mom is in full support and probably indulges me a little too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Margo, you had mentioned this kind of when we started talking, or even Ben, that like you don't have like a group of friends that you kind of get it and like collect with.
Yeah.
And that's why you go online and listen to these podcasts and go to these YouTube channels.
Exactly. I think
to-
a lot of people are in that boat.
Yeah, find that community. And so when he told that story, I was like, dude, that's kind of like why we're all here. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. And Andy's just down the street now, too, that we know that. So we usually do, obviously not intercontinental meetups, but, we do stuff all the time. So we'll be sure to include you.
yeah, it's awesome to be here, be with
definitely.
you guys. Nice to meet you
I know,
all.
and then we're about to watch House of Dragon together, which
Yeah.
apparently, by
Bro.
all indications, is a fucking
It should
banger
be out by
episode.
now, right? 10?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, good.
I believe so.
Yeah, Rainer is withholding on watching, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting to binge it in one glorious afternoon.
So
So,
when we're done here, I'm actually going to take off,
What
take
the
him
fuck?
home, and then watch it by myself, and then that way I'll have enough time to pick up Marco later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so stoked. That show, especially the last episode, was
Dark
so
as
good.
shit.
So good.
Couldn't see a goddamn
Yeah, dude.
thing.
Oh my god! I thought there was something wrong with my projector when I was watching it. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then like the next scene, it was okay, and I was like, "Why do they always do this shit?"
Yeah.
But yeah, so this episode is. You said it was supposed to be like the greatest television
Event. supposedly.
of like all time. So
That's what the critics said.
okay, but I mean, they
That's high
should know what they're
praise.
talking about. Right? Yeah, that's very high praise. So I'm hella pumped.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we've had quite the weekend. We've seen.
Oh, Ben Thomas in the chat
What's
finally.
up, Ben Thomas? Yeah, we're gonna have to share some photos from the event. I've been posting them on Instagram, but we'll have to kind of get them all in one place. Kind of talk through them. Yeah, the AC kicked on. It's quite loud. But yeah, does anyone have? We're about 44 minutes in. I know we gotta watch the show, and it's gonna be quite a long episode. Does anyone have any last minute things they want to kind of go through?
I
Or
wanna
share
s-
anything you want.
I want to say on the earlier Whataburger versus In-N-Out discussion, as a native San Antonian, well, now I grew up on the East Coast. I'm sorry, In-N-Out.
Oh, nice!
I'm sorry.
Okay, get them out of here.
What? You're picking In and Out?
I just prefer their burgers. That's
Oh my,
Yeah, I hate to
Rainer.
see it.
I've had
They're
In and
both
Out
good,
one
I just
time and I
prefer
wasn't
In-N-Out.
Hey,
impressed.
call an Uber because I'm staying here to watch this show.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I was debating whether or not to say it, but I had to say it.
Legitimately, never heard that come out of his mouth.
Bro, Doc with the best comment. Aux Con so far has been safer than TwitchCon. No reports of broken spines.
Oh my
Dislocated
God.
kneecaps, bro. We gotta,
Give it a few minutes after that
we
comment.
gotta show that video, bro. That shit was fucking wild. Look at this. We got so many people in there.
And Philip, I heard your comment. I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear it. So.
I tried In and Out one time, and I'm sorry, as a native Texan, I got to go with Whataburger over
okay
In
to
and
be
Out.
wrong,
But I've only tried it once, so maybe I just had a bad burger that day. I don't know.
See, and for me, it's I can be unbiased here because I grew up somewhere else and I don't have the native pride. So I feel like I've tried them both, and you know, I'm sorry, it's my preference.
Wow.
Danny's
I
biggest
will
thought.
say, in and Out's defense, I find myself eating there more than I should if I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's still good for what it is. It's cheap.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Like, I don't hate it, but, like, if I can only eat one burger, like, as my last meal, I'm picking Whataburger, dude. Like,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it because now I'm judged. My trick has been found out. When you do this as long as I have, you gotta have a good transition.
It is good. It's elite. It is elite.
Marco's like, I'm gonna steal that from my show.
Oh, for sure. I already use it. You just don't watch my
He
podcast.
uses it at work, apparently.
Yeah, wow. Anyways, let's get Marco and Danny. Just grab next to a mic. We'll get you on screen for one more moment here.
Can we go over there, then?
Squeeze some.
Here, I can hunch. It's good. I'm good.
Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for coming down. It's gonna be a treat to, it's be a treat to watch House of the Dragon with you guys. And I'm glad that you guys are gonna see Dean tomorrow morning because I know you guys didn't have as much Dean time as we would have liked. Next year we will be doing Aux Con again, probably around this time. So hopefully you have no friends getting married next October.
I don't think so.
God forbid. So if you want to join OxCon 23, we'll be sure to give you guys notices, and we'll fly more people in and have another good old time. Philip, hopefully you join us, and Rainer.
Definitely.
It was kind of a miracle that Rainer was able to make it. He had some family stuff this weekend as well. You know, again, we're trying to deal with a bunch of people, a bunch of flights. You know, unfortunately,
schedules.
I'm
stuff
just glad y'all
lost in
messaged me.
translation.
It was awesome.
glad that you were able to make it. Yeah, we love you guys. Gonna be an emotional night watching House of Dragon with the boys, and then sending my sweet sons back to their home. So,
Yeah, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll get to see the Ben Thomas show next month.
Let's go.
wait, what?
Yeah, remember he was thinking about coming down to Dallas and then.
Oh,
down
yeah.
here? I was like, I'll drive to Dallas to go get you.
Wow.
So we'll see. That
Wow,
might
that
happen.
would be amazing.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
probably drag Rainer along with me so I'm not alone for 5
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take a free trip to Dallas. I don't care.
No, you
Anyways,
can't have.
wow.
I'm just kidding. Ben's paying for the whole trip.
Jesus Christ. Well, I love you guys, and I'm excited for the show that we're about to watch. Big shout out to Steph. Really came in clutch tonight with
MVP.
Well, I think co-MVP at least.
Okay,
And
yeah,
come on,
obviously.
Jesus Christ. No, really though, she was helping us play Uber. Dean's usually the driver of the two of us, but he was out kind of side saddle for a bit, so she was able to kind of save you boys a little bit of dinero on Ubers and obviously. So yeah, it was really fun. If you're a Patreon, we're gonna shuffle a few of these Polaroids, probably 5 or 10 of them in some packages. I don't know quite how many will be given away because some of them are really sentimental moments for me. And then we will, maybe get a sticker made or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. If you're a Patreon, also we do have the art print. Victoria's working on it right now. Probably by the end of the week we'll have it done. So that'll be very cool. Actually, Dean, I need you to do some signing at some point. Actually, digitally on your.
Oh,
just
yeah.
send me a signature.
I think
now.
I've sent you my PNG signature before.
Just humor me and do it once more.
This fucking guy.
Anyways,
Gabagool.
I love you guys. Have a good night, and thank you for watching and tuning in. And we'll catch you on OxCon 2023 and on the next stream on Collecting Weekly. Actually, time out.
Oh,
Oh,
let's run it back.
I'm sorry, no, I'm gonna run it back just for a second. Big day today, actually. Today's the 4-year birthday of the channel.
Happy
Oh,
I'm
birthday.
gonna forget
4
about
years.
that. Yeah. 4 years. So.
Awesome. Congrats.
That's why we did Aux Con this week, because it's 4 years. That's what I'm saying, at least.
I got you. Right.
Yeah, thanks.
Like a Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's just like lined up
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
perfectly. Yeah, I got a notification from eBay this morning, or YouTube this morning, like, "Hey, happy birthday to the channel." So that was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Obviously, we had the podcast before the channel, but
So the YouTube channels are for.
as they say, the cart before the horse, eh?
Hell yeah.
Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Thank you for tuning into AuxCon. We've done 3 streams, so the 2 already on the audio feed. This is the 3rd on the video feed. This one will be up later, probably tomorrow on the audio feed. I gotta edit it tonight. And
one last
Paul
super chat.
Schreiber,
Paul Schreiber. with
happy
the
birthday,
$20 super chat.
CW. What a
Bro,
fucking
Oh
guy.
my God.
Paul, I have your Iron Man. I gotta ship it to you, and we'll be tossing you an Ox Air set of wings as well. So you have earned your wings, my friend. Yeah, let's have a good night. We'll watch our House of the Dragon, and then we'll crack a couple of cold ones with the boys, and we'll call it a night. Talk to you later, guys.
Bye.